when was the last time I made a video? It was maybe like a week or so ago when I was on the Cape, um, right before the Hollywood East Actors Group 1 year party. And if I was able to do it successfully, then I would have downloaded the Facebook Live video that I made from the event. Um, so these are something that I've been doing more and more of on my personal Facebook page. Um, I've been doing these, I don't know if you've seen these Facebook Live videos where you can essentially, I would make this video, but I do it live streaming to Facebook where people can comment and watch and interact with me in real time, as opposed to you're watching this later, not in this moment, I posted it later, right? So I'm going to make an attempt to, when I do those videos, I'm going to include them in my vlogs in this volume too. So that'll be something that's different. And you'll recognize those videos because they're square and I'm talking to people who are commenting and asking questions and whatnot live. So if I did it successfully, then I showed you a video from the Hollywood East Actors Group end of summer party. That was actually a week ago, and I feel like I'm still sort of energetically recovering from it. But it was a huge success. Hundreds of people came. It was amazing. And you know, when I was in India, I there were some moments when I felt really bad, and if I could go back and isn't this always a story? If I could go back and tell myself not to worry and that everything was going to work out and all this like cool stuff was going to happen, probably would have saved me from a lot of anxiety at the time. But such is life. This is how we learn and grow. So I am here in my pajamas outside my sister's house in Exeter, New Hampshire, which is about an hour north from where I live in Boston, Massachusetts. And I've been here for the past couple days spending time with my family. Specifically, my little niece Alia is now 2 years old. There's her stroller. I made a vlog when she was born, and now she is an amazing, bright, wonderful, beautiful little toddler who is just my heart's delight, my absolute heart's delight. I definitely look forward to being a mom one day, but I want to. Are you ever ready? I don't know. I'd like to be more ready. I'd like to be with the right man. I'd like to, be have the right support around me. But for now, I'm really happy just to hang out with my little niece Alia and go on adventures together. Speaking of adventures, actually, I have some news about. So I get this question: what are my next travel plans? First of all, I also get the question, ma'am, are you still in India? If you ask me if I'm still in India, that means you're not paying attention. So, pay attention. So, my next travel plans. I am very, very excited to share that this winter I will be spending 40 days in Thailand. And the reason why, initially I was planning on just like sitting still this winter and just sort of, not going anywhere. Then I got an invitation I could not refuse from a very dear friend of mine. I used to live in Singapore about 7 years ago, and when I was there I had the most amazing group of friends from around the world, but predominantly like the core, they were these German circus performers, the Germans. And if you saw my like Kudley Beach video, if you've seen me like doing like the staff spinning, the fire staff spinning, I learned it from them, right? These are the most amazing like artists, acrobats, performers, just beautiful souls who don't follow the grain of society. Very much the outsiders, the dreamers, the just amazing, wonderful people. One of them, with a friend of his, bought a piece of land on an island in Thailand and proceeded to build a house. And so the entire month of December is a housewarming month. And so they invited me, and so a bunch of fire-spinning German circus performers invite you to an island in Thailand. For me, I go, of course. And it was definitely a tough decision to make initially, because when presented with such an adventure cause, initially, the hardest part is all the stuff you have to go through in your mind. I really wrestled with it. Can I do it? Can I afford it? Can I do this? Should I do this? And ultimately, I really made peace with this idea. Over the 4th of July weekend, I was going up to to a lake house with Eric and a bunch of people from the studio, and I remember we stopped at this graveyard. We stopped at the gas station next to a graveyard, and I went to the fence, and I put my fingers to the fence, and I just looked at the graves, and I just contemplated the fact that I'm going to die. I am going to be underground one day. And so what really matters? What really matters? Paying bills and having security and fitting into these boxes to keep us contained and labeled and safe? Or is life about having experiences and growing and learning? And so that's what I decided that it is about. So that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to Thailand this winter for 40 days. I'm going to go have an adventure, and I'm really, really excited about it. So I'm sure I'll take you guys with me, so you'll get to see. So that said, what else? Oh, I really do want to not put too much of my personal life online on these vlogs, and I'd rather it be more about ideas. But I do want to share that I met a guy that I'm really excited about, and I'm not trying to rush into anything, but we'll see if he becomes a character of this story. He might. Or maybe I'll never mention him again. We'll see. I think one thing that I've really learned is I want to, and I mentioned this in my last vlog, about like taking the pressure off. Like, I love you guys, but I don't actually owe you anything. I don't have to lose my peace and my calm and my power over this, and I don't have to do it anyway. I just have to do it my way, and I just have to figure out what's the best way that's going to make me feel good. For this vlog, for life, find your own truth, find your own path, For some of you, for example, I know I had a dude recently commenting on my vlogs about, oh, how can you eat meat and blah, blah, blah. It's like, listen, my friend, to each their own path. We're all ascending, or making an attempt to do so in this soul incarnation, or in the next if we don't get it right, because we get another chance, right? So for some, with the example of eating meat, for some, not eating meat is an integral part of their upliftment towards the realization of God and their soul purpose. For others, they can similarly ascend to that knowledge of God and self while consuming meat. Maybe it's a different energy, but it's not to say that there's one right answer for everyone. And that is my point. My point is, find your own truth. Because it's beautiful and it's yours, and it doesn't look like anyone else's. Your story is going to be different than anyone else's, and it doesn't need to be anything. The most important thing is that we find what sets our soul on fire. We find the thing that makes the love burn brighter within us and want to share that love with our brothers. I think the most important thing, in my idea, is that we refuse to accept any idea or energy that separates us from our brothers. I believe that we are all part of we're all one. And any idea that sets me apart, I do not support, and I will not put my energy there. I put my energy in that which brings us together. And that's why that Hollywood East Actors Group party was successful and beautiful and so good, because the energy was about bringing us together. It's about unity. It's about this idea that life is better, the journey is better when we do it together. So, enfin, what else? I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for bearing with me. I know I don't post as often, but I'd like to think that maybe when I do, they'll be more effective. I don't know. I don't know. I don't profess to have all the answers. I think I have a few, because I've learned a lot on my journey. And I think that's why I want to continue to share, because I believe that stories are an essential part of learning. And I believe I have a good story, and I will tell it one day if I'm ever to be so courageous. But until Till then, I'll tell it in these small bites. Small bites. Look at this 10-minute vlog. When I started, it was a 1-minute vlog, and I was like, I gotta do it this way. I gotta do it this way. You know, but who? According to who? According to who? So, I'm gonna go. My niece should be waking up any minute. I'm shocked. I've never seen her sleep this late. It's almost 9 a.m. So, yeah. Peace and love, friends. Peace and love. Find your own truth. Do it your way. Do it. Find the way that makes you feel good, and do it that way. And don't feel the need to do it any other way. Find what feels good to you. Okay? All right. It was a really sunny day. It is, what day is today? Today, it's the end of August. August, oh God, maybe 26th, 27th, 2016. It's been an amazing summer, and I'm now about 3 months till I leave for Thailand. I'm working hard. I'm saving up. I'm visualizing. I'm setting goals. Oh yeah, that's a whole other vlog about. I want to give advice on how to create the manifestation. I don't like that word because it's heavy and weird now. But how to create the physical expression of that which we focus on with our energies. So I will make another vlog about that, because why not? It's good information. So peace and love, friends. Yeah. Okay. God, it's sunny. Okay.